You're listening to the Money Mike syndicated radio show. We're going to keep you up to date and current in all sports. We'll make sure you're aware of everything in corporate and enterprise business. And most of all, we'll share with you how to make a little more money as we cover the NBA, the NFL, and Major League Baseball. All colleges. Let's get it. Let's get it. Money Mike syndicated radio podcast. You got primetime Deion Sanders. That's right. He getting ready to take on Kansas State, but he not just taking on Kansas State. He got Dalen Edwards coming on in to Buffalo Nation. And, man, they getting ready to get it in. Don't expect no drama. Ain't going to be no drama. But here's what's going down. Folks, if you like what I say, here's what I'm going to tell you. Go ahead and click the like and subscribe because I got a show for you. That's right. But we talking about Dalen, and that's a big-time player. But, folks, don't get it twisted. Nobody's confused about Dalen Edwards, all right? They recruited him. All right, he has to go on. It's time to become a man. This is a man here, folks. Everybody know this is a man. He's coming on in. But you still got to play the game the way the game's got to be played, right? So we're not going to get into that too much. But let me keep it going for you. For all of those who said he couldn't coach, you got Jason Whitlock. That's right. You got old Whitlock over there spreading lies and swatting flies. You got prime time. They're going after 4 straight. Ain't no doubt about it. Right? So we got to get rid of the myth. And to Big Matt, man, I salute you for Buff Nation holding it down. That's right. Colorado Buff Nation, you got Big Matt holding it down, arguing with Coach JB because Coach JB done lost his mind. But Coach JB, I love you because you roll with the brothers. You coming out there of Compton, but here's the deal. Prime time, they ain't nothing like it. I'm going to keep it real. So, Buff Nation, we know what you like. Colorado Athletic Director Rick, you enjoying yourself. So that's what it's going to be. And this is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. Powered up to you by Fanatics, but let's keep it going because the show ain't going to stop. So you got there old Whitlock, he eating, swatting lies, telling flies. We're going to keep it moving. And then you got old Coach JB, right? Coach JB done lost his mind, saying prime time can't coach. No problem with it because, you know, the proof is made in the pudding. But here's what I'm going to tell you, folks. Prime been doing this a long time. He not always going to see eye to eye with everybody, but he going to put greatness against greatness, and the victory shall be mine. Now, him and Jerry didn't get along, but that's all right. We boys, we love you. But at the end of the day, sooner or later, ain't going to be no drama because we going to get it in on the field. And you know who I'm talking about. Him and Andre Rison, you know, they had to get it in. But Prime ain't no backing. Rison ain't no backing down. So here's the deal. You got to put it on the field. Ain't going to be no drama until we get on the field. That's when the drama starts, right? But you got him and his son, that's right, doing what they supposed to do. You see Shador, you looking at his eyes, it's all business, folks. That's all business. All right, and you got Prime. We done this before. This ain't nothing new. All right, but let me talk to you a little bit further. You got Big Warren. All right, them dogs gonna hunt. Let me tell you something about Big 99. All right, you got to put a little bite in your game, and you seeing that D-line. That's right. Colorado Buff Nation. You starting to see the print of Warren Sapp coming on across, right? Because here's the deal. You eventually going to have to take the field. Now, this is the difference. You look at these two men right here. They done won Super Bowls, Hall of Fame. And I always ask you, how in the world can you say somebody can't coach that's got Super Bowl rings and in the Hall of Fame? Big Warren going to make them dogs hunt. Let me tell you, when Warren get them dogs to hunting, here's what it do. You're going to keep the linebackers' jersey clean, so they going to sprint on out. All right, they're going to sprint on out and hunt the dogs down because the defense, I roll with my defensive guys. Prime and Warren, oh, yeah. Don't get no better than that. But here's the deal. Them linebackers, they going to get the hunt, and them DBs, man, they crack-a-lackin'. Let me tell you what them DBs, because, see, the DBs are what really win the Super Bowl. The front seven, they do it, but the DBs,
the defensive backs. Man, they cleaning up. So, Dalen, as you come on in, you may have to duck because, Warren, we love you. You one of our boys. That's right. Dalen Edwards, they done known him since he was a baby. Primed and coached him and coached him and coached him. But now you got to go against it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And you know old Shador. Man, they walked in there, beat Florida State. This ain't no big thing to prime time. Let me tell you why. Because Prime been doing this for a long time. But let me show you who the boss is. This is Mama. See, it all starts with faith and prayer, and he been singing y'all the same message. The only problem with everybody, they just haven't been listening. You know, and if you don't listen, Mama, I told you, ain't nobody gonna beat Mama's recruit. Because once she talk to you, that's it. You going to Colorado. Because if I'll tell you this, she said, I will guarantee your son will be taken care of. Now, you got old Big Paul. Boy, I ain't trying to get you, Paul, but I can't leave you out. You know, he said Deion Sanders can't coach. You know what? The only thing I can tell you with Paul is I salute you, Paul, because you came right away and said I was wrong. Deion got this, fellas. This ain't no big deal. Prime been doing this for a long time. You know what? You got to think about something. Him and Nick, they do the commercials, but they ain't really doing them commercials, right? Him and Nick. Nick Saban and him, they not really doing them. This what's happening. They talking football. Those guys get together, him and Nick, man, it's an Aflac commercial. But let's talk a little football. Now, of course, Prime, you know, these commercials, Prime is living for a commercial. He doing Kentucky Fried Chicken. Whatever you need, I could do it. That's the way he get it. But let's walk back through the line as I close, because this is a good one. Big Mac, keep holding your ground. Everybody told you was wrong, but you right. Ain't no doubt about it. Colorado Buff Nation, you got something nobody else has, and everybody wants it. Okay? And that's rocking and rolling up there in Colorado with the Buff Nation. All right, Rick, the AD, you got it right. You bet on black, and guess what? It came through for you. All right, so we got you, and this cat, Dalen, ain't gonna be no drama. Ain't gonna be no drama, because we ain't gonna have it. They ain't gonna have it, but I tell you what, the drama is gonna happen on the field. Them dogs is gonna try to hunt you down. He know it, and they know he's a big-time player as well. So respect, iron sharpens iron, ain't no doubt about it, and the iron's gonna get sharpened. All right, so you got to let that come to you. They recruited him. They were after him a long time ago. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. So when they was recruiting him, he went on and finally made his decision. So we'll walk it down there. Oh, Jason Whitlock, my. The culture, the music. Can I take you back? He doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't know what he's doing. Folks, you got prime time. Is in the Hall of Fame in the NFL. Now, you work with me, because I'm going to walk you down the line. And you got old Jason Whitlock was a lineman at Ball State. So I want you to put these Super Bowl rings, the Dallas Cowboys, and the 49ers, which both of them are America's teams, okay, to him playing at Ball State. Come on now, we ain't doing nothing but swatting flies and telling lies. That's all. Do you believe? Coach JB, do you believe? I don't think Coach JB believes, but he's going to believe sooner or later. Because these are the ones who told you Prime Time didn't know what he was doing. Prime Time didn't know how to coach. That's right. Oh, Jerry Rice, let me tell you something. Him and Prime, boy, you talk about a shouting match. These guys go head to head. We boys. But sometime when you boys, the boys got to get it in. A picture says 1,000 words. Look at both of their eyes. They both want that ball. That's championship mindset. We got it for you. Andre Rison, we love you, baby. Him and Prime. Boy, they was boys, did some things in Atlanta that never had been done. But then when he got to San Francisco, we on the other side. I love you. Ain't gonna be no drama, but the drama gonna happen in the middle of that field. That's where it's gonna happen. We all know that story. Now, you know Shador, everybody said he couldn't even coach. They went back and said Deion is only doing it for his son. Now, how in the world can a player end up being the number one draft pick? That's talent, folks. Because, see, he didn't raise no Shih Tzus or Chihuahuas. He raising pit bulls and Rottweilers, right? So call it what you want, but it is what it is. Got Big Warren Sapp walking down the line. Man, them guys got Super Bowl rings and they wearing gold jackets. Okay, you put them up against college coaches, it's only going to be a matter of time before we break your whip. You got Prime, went on in there, Jackson State, did what he had to do, right? He won over there. Jackson State beat Florida State, his alma mater. Okay, but they told him he wasn't sacked and he wasn't swac, right? He packed the house, did it there, did it everywhere. Everywhere he's ever went, he's won Super Bowl, right? So let's get it in. Oh, yeah, and I ain't going to let you forget old mama. Boy, that's a praying woman right there. And she say, son, all you got to do is believe. He came and told the media, do you believe? This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We got the Fanatics gear. We going global. We're going to work it to you and let it be what it's going to be. Oh, Paul. Man, this can't get no better for Money Mike. You know what, Fine Bomb? You fell in love with Nick Saban, and Nick Saban is what you believed in. And nobody can do it like Nick Saban, but Deion and Nick been talking for a long time. Having lunch, eating good food, enjoying it, and man, oh man, have they shared some secrets, right? So it is what it is, but I don't want people to start getting me confused. But all I'm saying, this is prime time. He's been doing this a long time, longer than you most can believe. He's been a champion everywhere. He's a 2-time superstar, really a 3-time because he could play basketball too. But folks, when you get in there and you get drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, now I'm going to rock this down. We're going to close on up. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe because we got more coming your way. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Anytime you get drafted, okay, by the Atlanta Falcons, you go play for the Atlanta Braves with no practice. You walk from the football field to the basketball court. That's right. And then you go right on to the baseball field. Man, ain't but a couple guys done that. The other one's named Bo Jackson. But
You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Show. We're going to keep you up to date and current in all sports. We'll make sure you're aware of everything in corporate and enterprise business. And most of all, we'll share with you how to make a little more money as we cover the NBA, the NFL, and Major League Baseball. All colleges, and you stay tuned for the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast.
this is Prime. Prime is like living his life through his son. You're right. But, man, they know Pop's got high expectations. And they getting their individual selves. This man right here you looking at, man, going to be the number one pick in the draft. Now, if you don't want to take him number one, Prime ain't got no problem with that, because the further down he falls, the better for him it is. That's right. Structure, organization, and folks, please understand, the NFL culture that he's brought to Colorado, and the NFL is the highest brand, and it's the highest shield. There's nothing that comes above it. And the men who play in the National Football League have to have a master's degree in education and the science of football. Now, when you get to the Hall of Fame, those are the ones that have the PhD. That's right. So you got two PhDs walking around in football up in the Colorado Buff Nation building. And man, oh man, you stay tuned, because the party, it ain't even started. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We bringing it to you just the way you want it done. We'll see you soon. And always, always remember, all things are possible to those who believe.